Hello everybody, this is Tim from Boatshed Brokers and welcome for a look around the hull in close-up and the cockpit and upper deck of this very nicely looked after Westerly GK24. So as you can see, we're just passing the cockpit, but what I'll do is I'll just drop down a little bit lower to have a look at the hull itself. So there we go, we can see a stanchion base there, and we can see that we've got a wooden rubbing strake which runs all the way along the boat. I think it possibly goes around the stern as well, and you can see that we have a wooden tow rail here as well, so something to brace against with brakes here for the stanchions and also for water to escape, etc. Looking down at the hull, you can see, I guess you do from with a bit of a polish, you can see where a couple of vinyl stripes in the past have been taken off, leaving a slightly more polished effort there, but should be nice and easy to sort out. But she's looking really rather nice to me, and we're just making our way up to the bow. You can see one or two rubbing strake defects there, but I think they look like they've been well oiled very recently, and there we are at the bow. So what we'll do is we'll just hop on over at the starboard side, and I'll let you have a look at the view from here, but we'll come back to the cockpit very shortly. I'll just zoom out slightly to allow you to see better. In fact, we're fully zoomed out. So we'll just take a look around the upper deck before we get back to the cockpit. You can see that we have got a nice large spray hood for this boat. Looking in good shape. Obviously, probably do with a valet, I think, just to take off the residue of possibly some lichen there. But looks in good shape to me. Nice and long that way. We've got big windows as well, so lots of light being let in down to the companionway to the interior, and great for watch keeping at sea and sheltering behind, obviously, which is what it's for. As we come around to the decks, we can see these have just been painted literally in July 2024. We've got smoked windows, port and starboard, down to the interior, and you can see we've got really long tracks here on the starboard side, matched on the port, and very nice wide side decks here, so easy to get to the foredeck without having to really duck around the shrouds, which is lovely for a boat of this size. I've mentioned the tow rails here. We've got guardrails here of a sort of a medium sort of height, the kind of height you'd expect on a boat like this. But let's take a little walk forwards. We can see that we've got a foresail pole here. We can see that we've got the lines, or probably all of the lines, led after the cockpit, so that's great because that means you don't need to leave the cockpit to come and do things to the mainsail and the foresail very often, especially if you're on your own. We've got the mainsail cover on there too. That looks like it's got plenty of life left in it. And if you just come to the foredeck here, we can see a baby stay that does continue through the deck to the forward cabin, a hatch for light and ventilation to the forward cabin, and there we have the furling foresail on the forestay and a small chain locker there for your chain. So turning around, looking along the length of this boat, you can see why people like these boats. You can just see that beautiful shape designed to cut through the water really quickly, so that's why they're popular. And again, passing the mast base there, we can see lines leading aft just outside of the shrouds, no duck needed, and there's a view of the port side of the cockpit, the spray hood, and you can just see how far it sprawls forward. Really nice design, gives her a really sleek look as well, I think. So back to the cockpit, just from here I can point out that we've got seating all the way around here. Obviously we have self-tailing winches port and starboard. We'll look underneath here at the running rigging in a moment. We can see we have the gas locker inset to the starboard side. That does intrude slightly to the pilot berth on the starboard side inside of the boat. We have a big lazarette here with a very accessible bilge pump here, and you can see that any teak that was here in the past, or if there was nothing in there in the past, what was there or has been replaced by this fake teak, which actually looks really nice and looks like there's loads of life left in it. I would say that's probably quite recent. You can see that the sail track, or the sheet, is right in the middle of the cockpit there, so we do have to move around that to get backwards and forwards and up and down from the interior, but brilliant for single-hander because you've got your helm here, your sheet here, and everything is to hand effectively. We've got two speakers set into the after bulkhead here, and this boat is propelled by this Yamaha outboard. There we go. So we've got the handle for that, the throttle here really close. We've got a kill cord there as well, which is absolutely vital. And I can see that on the helm we have got a dinghy extension, and it looks like we have tiller pilot power, etc. there, all looking nice. Let me come over to the starboard aft side and give you a view looking forwards. There we go. Now, for a boat of this size, there is plenty of room in the cockpit. I really like it. And the companionway is really easy to get through too, so we're straight in and straight down. Just looking at the running rigging up here, you can see we've got 2 self-tailing winches up here. We've got the compass, and we've got the brakes here, so lines all controllable from within the confines of the cockpit, and probably underneath the spray hood as well. Just noticed as well, this kind of thing here doesn't look like much, but it is a really, really useful addition and designed in really, really well. And I like the fact that they've gone the extra mile with the windows. We can see forwards, but we've got this extra light coming through the sides as well. Now, the companionway itself, we've got a really thick plexiglass look, so this slides backwards and forwards, so you're going to get light into the interior when that's closed to. And then behind here, we've got a smattering of electronics. We have autopilot there, we've got the wind speed and direction indicator, depth and speed there, and I'm not sure what that one is. I would have to check that out. The Raytheon ST60, read that well, Tim. And yeah, all right in front of you, and really, really well equipped electronically. Very nice. So this has been Tim from Boatshed Yacht Brokers, just taking you for a quick tour of the hull in close-up and the upper deck and cockpit of this really good looking Westerly GK24. In my view, in my years as a yacht broker, she's the best that I've seen. But all details for her are at boatshedbrighton.com. Lots more pictures, videos and virtual reality. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Take care.